There's a quote from Walt Disney: "If you can dream it, you can do it." Today we're going to talk about 7 inspirational stories of people who went from rags to riches. The one thing all of them had in common was their ability to dream. They strived and struggled, but eventually became what they wanted. Rags to riches stories are meant to motivate you. They show you that anybody can achieve their dreams no matter how much money their parents had in the bank account when they were younger, or how many dead-end jobs they had to work in order to pay the rent. Celebrities look like they're living fabulous lives, but it wasn't always that way. Some of them had to work their butts off to reach their dreams. They didn't come from money. They know what it's like to scrape for every single penny. Here are a few rags to riches stories that will motivate you to start putting more energy into achieving your dream, just like they did. Ed Sheeran moved to the States trying to make it in music with next to no money. But somehow, Jamie Foxx saw one of his performances at a small bar. Jamie saw something in him and told Sheeran he wanted to help him. Ed slept on his couch for 6 weeks as Jamie did his best to help him in his pursuit of his dream. Jamie got him a gig at the Apollo Theater in New York, and if you don't know, the Apollo is a mostly black theater, so having white musicians and stand-up comics is fairly uncommon. Ed went onto stage with a ukulele in front of a full crowd and performed. He got a standing ovation and an encore. The rest, as they say, is history. Snoop Dogg is considered a West Coast king, but it wasn't always an easily won title. Co-star Calvin Brodus Jr. was born in California's Long Beach neighborhood. During a time when the hood was overrun with gang wars, young Snoop had to pick a side. Brodus joined Rolling 20 Crips as a teenager and was frequently arrested during his high school years for selling drugs. It wasn't until he found the outlet of rapping with friends Warren G and Nate Dogg that Snoop took his mind off the streets. Before Leonardo DiCaprio was one of the biggest names in Hollywood, with box office smashes like Titanic, The Revenant, and The Wolf of Wall Street under his belt, he was a poor kid growing up on the outskirts of LA. The actor claims he saw great poverty, drug use, and violence at a young age, which now allows him to portray the darker side of humanity in his films. Following backlash for his role in The Wolf of Wall Street, which critics said glamorized drug use, prostitution, and other immoral acts, DiCaprio defended the role by comparing it with his own childhood. In an interview with The Times, he said, "Who am I to talk about this? It goes back to that neighborhood. It came from the fact that I grew up very poor and I got to see the other side of the spectrum." DiCaprio's estimated net worth now is around $260 million. Lionel Messi was born in a middle-class family who lived in Argentina. Growing up in a football-loving family, he developed passion for football at an early age. At 5, he showed great skills at a local club coached by his father. At 11, he was diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency and had to seek medical assistance. Messi once said, "Every night I had to stick a needle into my legs over a period of 3 years." Unfortunately, his family could not afford the treatment for long. At 13, he got an offer from FC Barcelona that they would pay for his treatment if he played for them. So his family moved to Spain with no money or job, all in the hope that his treatment will make him big enough to play football one day. At 17, he became the youngest player in Barcelona's history to score a goal. Today, Lionel Messi is known as one of the greatest footballers of all time. Messi's story teaches us to never lose hope. You never know what tomorrow might bring. Shahid Khan's passion to make money and become successful brought him to America. English Football League Championship team Fulham FC Jacksonville Jaguars of the NFL, and Flexen-Gate are a few big names that the billionaire is associated with. At the age of 16, Khan first moved to the US with the dream of turning an architect. He quickly dropped the idea soon after finishing first year at Illinois University. He realized that architecture would not be as paying as some other professions. He believed that a dishwasher would earn more in US than he could earn in his home country. Determined to become rich, he moved ahead to complete his graduation degree from the UIUC College of Engineering in 1971 in industrial engineering. Khan started his first job at automotive manufacturing company Flexen-Gate while attending the University of Illinois. As soon as he graduated, he joined as the engineering director for the company. Shahid Khan soon blueprinted a company named Bumper Works. The company made one-piece truck bumper that cuts down weight along with adding structural support. Bumper Works went ahead to acquire Flexen-Gate in 1980 from his former employer Charles Gleason Bozo. The company has a substantial share and brand name in the automobile sector. After the success of the venture, Khan gained a US citizenship in 1991. He is the richest Pakistani and has a net worth of $7.8 billion. India too has its share of rags to riches heroes, and Dhirubhai Ambani is one of the best known among them. This founder of Reliance Industries was one of the three sons of Hirachand Bhai, a school teacher, and Jamana Ban. He also had two sisters. An anecdote from his childhood is that he once bought a tin of groundnut oil on credit from a local wholesaler and sold the oil in retail on the roadside. He earned a few rupees as profit from this transaction. Apparently, during weekends when his school was closed, he used to set up bhajia stalls at village fairs to make ends meet at home. According to RADAG, when he was 17, he went to Aden, which is in Yemen, in search of opportunity and worked as a dispatch clerk. That was in 1949. A couple of years later, the company became a distributor for Shell products and Dhirubhai was promoted to manage the company's oil filling station at the port of Aden. It was here that he dreamed of setting up and owning a refinery, which he later realized with his petrochemicals venture. After returning to India, he started his first textile mill in Ahmednagar. Though his businesses were a huge success, there were also issues regarding Ambani's control over stock exchange. His detractors accused him of illegal or unethical transactions and acts, but an investigation by the RBI did not find any evidence of it whatsoever. By 2007, the combined fortune of the Ambani family stood at $60 billion, making Ambani's the second richest family in the world. Best known for her multi-award-winning talk show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, the highest-rated program of its kind in history, Oprah Winfrey is dubbed as the queen of all media and ranked as the richest African American of the 20th century. She was born into poverty in rural Mississippi to a teenage single mother. She was later raised in an inner-city Milwaukee neighborhood. Oprah has often spoken about the hardships she experienced during childhood, saying she was raped at age 9 and at 13. And after suffering years of abuse, she ran away from home. She became pregnant at 14. Her son, she said, died in infancy. While in high school, she landed a job in radio and began co-anchoring the local evening news at the age of 19. She got transferred to the daytime talk show arena because of her emotional ad-lib delivery. She became a millionaire at age 32 when her talk show went national. She is credited with creating a more intimate, confessional form of media communication. Forbes' International Rich List has listed her as the world's only black billionaire from 2004 to 2006 and as the first black woman billionaire in world history. As of 2014, she has a net worth in excess of $2.9 billion and has overtaken former eBay CEO Meg Whitman as the richest self-made woman in America. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you like our videos. And please click the bell icon as well so you get notified whenever we upload a new video.